Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. Ted, how you doing this fine
Doing
Wednesday?
so good. It's a wonderful spring season on the Nugent Serengeti, and the turkeys are gobbling, and we're eating the other white meat on a regular basis. So a happy springtime to everybody on the Nightly Nuge.
You know, Ted, I was watching this video of President Biden, and I'm reading a lot of things that the administration's coming out with on the topic of transgenderism. They're encouraging early decisions, early medical treatment, including medications and surgery. The president even came out and said he supports transgenders. Let's just look at this clip here.
To parents of transgender children, affirming your child's identity is one of the most powerful things you can do to keep them safe and healthy.
And here's my question for you, Ted, is you have to be a certain age to buy tobacco products. You have to be a certain age to buy alcohol. You have to be a certain age to vote. And you have to be a certain age to enlist in the U.S. military. Yet these wackos are pushing this transgender stuff to kids so young. I don't believe they know what they're doing, and certainly they're not old enough to buy alcohol, tobacco, vote, or serve in the military. This is crazy. What's your take?
Well, Shemaine and I work very closely with some real commandos, some ex-special forces guy that are tracking down child sex traffickers. And there's a term in that world of child sex trafficking and pedophilia known as grooming. And you want to start at a very early age to impact the undeveloped, mushy minds of youth to accept evil. And it goes right back to this whole gender control by our government, media, academia, big tech. These people are pure evil, and they are grooming young people to accept the most evil of controls, and that is to sway them into total slavery of power abusers like the government, like academia, to control their minds. And I don't know what the end game is, but it's about control, and it's about, if nothing else, mental and spiritual slavery of young people. That they're not teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic or history, and that they're graduating people with high school diplomas in Philadelphia that cannot read. You can open the page of a book, you can lay a newspaper in front of them, and they can't read, but they have a high school diploma. Our corrupt, evil, tyrannical powers that be in government, media, big tech, academia, and Hollywood are grooming the youngest of Americans to control them in the most evil of ways, because this is the foundation of child sex trafficking. When you can destroy their identity and destroy their true north spiritual compass. So when we're talking about allowing children to choose their gender. In New Jersey, I understand that parents in some jurisdictions aren't allowed to put the gender of their child upon birth because they have to wait till the child decides later on, even though it's clearly a boy or a girl. Wow. And now parents are fighting back because as the media and government lies through their teeth every hour of every day, claiming that the bill in Florida is, can't say gay bill. The word gay doesn't exist. The bill is about giving parents the parental right, the most instinctual, clear and present parental right to guide and nurture and educate their children and avoid strangers to indoctrinate them as early as kindergarten. And they called it can't say gay bill. Nobody ever said anybody can't say gay. It's about parental rights. So these are indicators that the media and this man, Joe Biden, are absolute serial liars with a very dangerous and evil agenda to twist the minds of the most precious amongst us, our own children. So Shemaine and I stand up, and more parents are standing up. And we did a rally in Florida recently where parents are now running for school boards, and they're finding out the horrific agenda of this transgender homosexuality. And if you want a transgender, that's a shame. If you're homosexual, we support Your choice, but don't you dare try to indoctrinate these innocent young children, and that's their agenda.
You know what, Ted? You hit the nail on the head in my world. I think the key is that we start controlling who our elected employees are. That means we got to get out the vote. This is a critical year in the history of America, in my opinion. They call them midterms, but it's extremely important, in my opinion, that if you believe in traditional American values like God, family, country, patriotism, law and order, all the things that Ted talks about, go to huntthevote.org, huntthevote.org. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you get out and you vote your values. And if you come back again tomorrow night, we'll have another edition of the Nightly Nooch. Have a good evening, Ted.
Godspeed, real America.